I've been having some issues in my garden, and that's what I wanted to talk about today. Sometimes things die and they don't want to grow, and that's all right because lots of other stuff wants to grow, I hope. Now, probably one of the worst challenges I'm having in my garden at the moment is the quality of this raised bed mix. It doesn't dig down very well. It's really dry, very sandy, but it's also dense. Like, it's very hard to dig down into it unless it's wet, and when it's wet it just turns into this slurry. So something over time that I can turn into a beautiful soil with lots of straw and compost and other things, chook manure when I get my chooks back. For now it's doing okay. I'm having to water it more often than I probably would like to. It's definitely a challenge with regards to moisture retention in the soil. So you see how healthy these trees are, but then this one over here is sickly. That's for a number of reasons, most of which are my fault. So I had an aphid and ant infestation last year, and I was spraying it with some organic pesticide, neem oil, which I don't really use anymore. It sort of burnt some of the branches. This year, same thing, had lots and lots of aphids, and so I was spraying it with the hose there, you know, because a lot of the advice online is just spray it with a hose with a wet jet of water, but I was doing that every day, and I think I gave it a bacterial canker. Got rid of the aphids, but now it's diseased. So compared with my other fruit trees, it's not doing too well, you can see. And I'm tempted just to replace it. So over here, I bought another quince tree. I've got one down the back already, a Smyrna quince. This one's a champion. If something doesn't want to grow, I don't want to force it, and I don't want to be spraying and doing disease and pest management all the time. On the topic of garden fails, these plums were the best thing I've ever eaten. They're so good, but obviously they're the best thing my dog's ever eaten too, because she's been pinching some of them on the lower branches. So we had about 30 plums on here, and she's managed to sneak 4 or 5 of them and will just chew the plums through the net. There was another one up here that she got too. I was watching this bird out the window, and it was hopping all around, and it eventually just burrowed in under the net. So didn't get as many blueberries as we could have, but that's all right, you're going to lose some. Beans are looking really good. How beautiful are those scarlet runner flowers? So lovely. And the purple king beans have lovely flowers too. But the zucchinis, they look good when they're little until they start to drop off and rot. And that's because the pollination has been really poor. I've just been eating them when they're like this, to be honest, just really little. This one's sort of partially formed there. But I don't see any male flowers. Do you? Like, these are all female flowers. It's really interesting. I've only seen 1 or 2 male flowers this whole time. Some things just don't go to plan, but you know what? With zucchinis, you don't need that many. Cucumbers have been great. That's in no way a fail at this point, at least. Coriander, again, try growing coriander. You get 1 or 2 hot days and it just all goes to seed. So, you know, we didn't really get much coriander. We got coriander for a week or 2. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull these out and let them dry in some sort of net hanging upside down, and then I might try and shake them off if that works. We'll see if that works. If you've got any ideas, let me know. Down here, I've got some tomatoes. These self-seeded ones. Look in there. Through there, I can't quite reach them, but something's been eating them. A bird maybe, or a rat. We've got some self-seeded borage Beautiful little flowers. These are edible. Don't really taste like anything, but they're edible. My plum tree, this is all healthy. This is all looking good. And then the persimmon, still just in stick mode. The grafting point doesn't look too healthy, but it feels firm in the ground. It's not loose. When I pruned it back, it still had a bit of a green cambium layer. The rest of my garden looks pretty good. Pretty neat, tidy, weed free. And then if you look over here, look at this mess. And I'm reminded of the saying, seed for a year, weed for 7. If you let weeds go to seed, you'll be dealing with weeds for the next 7 years at least, because the seeds can stay dormant. And look at all the weeds. There's loads of them. So I'm gonna have weeds for a long time. But you know what, that's all right. Once the shed's finished and the stormwater's dug in, I can make a chook pen here, and the chooks are just gonna come through and demolish everything in here, except for the salvias, hopefully. They do pretty well in my last chook pen, and the mulberry tree there, again, which is just a little stick. So I'll cover that up so that the chooks don't scratch it out. Lots of things going well and lots of things going not so well. I guess my number one tip if you're a new gardener is just, if something wants to grow, encourage it, plant it again if it's something you like. But if something is disease and pest ridden, try it at a different time of year, give it another shot. But if it's just not living, if it doesn't want to survive, maybe pull it out and plant something else that's lower maintenance. I just wanted to show you all the things that are beautiful and messy and going wrong in my garden. There's a lot of stuff out there where gardens just look perfect. My garden's pretty neat and tidy, but it definitely has its patches, and it definitely has its failures as well, so which we all do. Thank you to anyone who's subscribed and commented below. If you've got any advice for me regarding my nectarine tree, just let me know. Cheers.